Attorneys in the Dan Markel murder case are set to give their closing arguments in the sentencing phase of trial today.
So far, we heard impact statements from Markel's mother, while the defense put a psychologist on the stand. ABC 27's Jada Williams was in court Monday and explains how Sigfredo Garcia's childhood led to his life of crime.
As the defense attorneys told the jurors to have mercy, their only witness told the story of young Sigfredo Garcia's hard life growing up. But we also heard more about the person who was killed at the hands of Garcia. Two attorneys, one making the case for life.
We talked about mercy in jury selection, and that's where we are. And that's what we're asking for. All we can ask is for you guys to be human.
The other for death.
What I'd like you to consider is that this murder was committed in a cold, calculated, and premeditated manner.
In the beginning moments of the sentencing phase, the jury finally heard more about the victim, Dan Markel.
Even in his short life, he pursued his passion for travel, and he lived in many cities.
Markel's mother spoke on behalf of the family about the trauma they've been dealing with since the murder.
Parents are not supposed to outlive their children. A mother should never have to bury her own child.
But that wasn't the only personal appeal in the courtroom today.
Yes, Mr. Garcia had an unusual early period of his life because of the family stress that he was enduring.
The defense called the psychologist to lay out the hard life Garcia had, from his dad abandoning him at an early age to abuse at home and even abuse in his relationship with Catherine McBenoit.
So his feelings that he needed to please her or to try to fix things with her, I think that was a preoccupation of his.
It's now up to the jury to decide if Sigfredo Garcia will spend the rest of his life in prison or if he will die because of his involvement in Dan Markel's murder. In the News Center, Jada Williams, WTXL, ABC 27.
And while a death sentence is on the table for Garcia, one local criminal defense attorney we spoke to says if he starts talking, he could possibly save his own life. Don Pumphrey is watching this case and says all the evidence shows that the murder was pre-planned. Prosecutors presented video of Garcia and Luis Rivera following Markel's every step on the day he was murdered. They also pointed the finger at Markel's ex-wife's family, the Adelsons, for arranging the hit, but no one in that family has been charged or arrested in this case. Pumphrey says if Garcia opens up about who paid him, the target could change really quickly.
I would be very nervous if I were the Adelsons or their attorneys, because the state goes to either one of these persons and they have knowledge about where the money came from, about who set this up and everything else. That house of cards may just fall.
Now, all 12 jurors have to unanimously agree to a death sentence. Pumphrey says that could be difficult, too. Now, closing statements are scheduled for this morning starting at 8:30, and deliberations could start later today. Follow us on the go for minute-by-minute updates. You can also check out our social media pages. Just follow us on Facebook at WTXL Tallahassee and on Twitter at ABC27. And if you've missed any part of our coverage, you can catch up day by day. Don't worry, we've been there in the courtroom since day one of this trial. You can get all of the backstory that you need on our website, WTXL.tv.